Hello guys and welcome to another post-summer 2022 business guide. We're going through one of the old gold businesses this time, the office. For some of you who still don't own an office, there are 4 different locations as you can see, and price varies between 1 and 4 millions. Players who bought Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack can take Maze Bank West, the cheapest one, free of charge. In my opinion, you actually don't need better office than the mentioned Maze Bank West, and frankly, buying Glum Bank West has no real point since it is so close to this one and it costs 2.1 million more than the Maze Bank West. It might be closer to the high-end apartment nearby if you bought this one, but still, does this really matter? Not to me. There are two, let's say, more central offices, and these are Arcadia's Downtown Business Center and the Maze Bank Building, priced at 2.25 million and 4 million respectively. Better choice between the two is the cheaper one, again, oddly enough. I do own Arcadia Center and I like it because the building is not that tall, it is in the middle of the map, and if you like your other businesses to be close by, then it is pretty decent pick. Also, after you decide to source crates or cars, distances from this building will be moderate in all directions, so I'd say it is a very decent pick of the bunch. But since 99% of us use a Presser Mark II, does this really matter all that much? I would say no again. So that's why I say you actually don't need any better or more expensive CEO office than the mentioned Maze Bank West. However, there are 2 other types of properties you should choose a bit more wisely. There are 9 vehicle warehouses scattered around the city, and 3 are the most popular, and for a reason. La Puerta, being one of the most expensive ones, is in my opinion the best choice, and the main reason is proximity to the place where your cargo bug will spawn after you request it from Pegasus via your cell phone. Other popular choices are Davis and Murrieta Heights warehouses, and these are both very decent picks, so if you like them better, you won't make a mistake buying these as well. But if you will be using cargo bulk to deliver vehicles, I would choose La Puerta ahead of these two. And one small detail about vehicle warehouses as well. If you want to have your own Phantom Wedge, you will have to be an owner of the vehicle warehouse as well, since this is the only place to store this and 7 more special vehicles bought from more stock. List is on the screen right now. If some of you wonder why would you need your own Phantom Wedge, well, it saves time and a lot of time if you're doing preparation for Cayo Perico and you want to do it with Longfin as your approach vehicle. To get a trade price for all these vehicles, you will have to start special vehicle work missions inside of your CEO office or the Terabyte, if you own one of course. Unfortunately, you can't do any sourcing missions via Terabyte computer in an invite-only lobby, so to do this you will have to do it in a good old populated sort of lobby. I believe it is not worth it, but if you want a challenge, feel free to do it of course. As you figured out by now, this branch of the business didn't change by much since 2016, so I won't bother you with it anymore. Just a quick reminder, always aim to sell only top-range vehicles and to sell them to specialist dealers. Try to keep mid and standard range vehicles in the warehouse and don't sell them, so whenever you sell one top-range vehicle, you will replace it with another top-range vehicle when you source one. Simple, not that profitable branch of the business, especially with usual payout, but it can bring some money when the payout is doubled or tripled. The only difference here after the summer 2022 update is you can do all this in an invite-only lobby, so it will be pretty easy for you right now. The other branch of the business did get an overhaul, and it is special cargo warehouse business of course. Just like before, your goal is to own maximum amount of 5 warehouses, and you should be aiming for all 5 to be large ones. Daily fees for your warehouses are insignificant no matter of their size. Small ones have $50 fee, medium fee is $100, and you'll pay $200 for the large ones. Owning 5 large warehouses costs $1,000 daily, in-game daily. Again, this is not a new business, it's just a minor update we've got besides the mentioned benefit of selling in an invite-only lobby, so I won't talk too much about it. You can source crates for your warehouse like before by buying either 1, 2 or 3 crates at once for a fee of $2,000, $8,000 and $18,000 respectively. You might think sourcing 1 crate is a good idea, but that's not the case. Time is money, guys, and your time should be spent more wisely than doing 111 sourcing missions per one warehouse. Even sourcing 3 crates is painfully exhausting, believe me. It is still 37 sourcing missions per large warehouse when you source 3 crates at once. I've made only one large sale, and it feels like it's not worth the hassle on a regular payday. As you probably are aware already, selling an entire stock will bring you 2.2 million, and depending on the number of sourcing missions, expenses will be anywhere between 222k and 666k. But here comes the update. Right now, in each of your warehouses will be a staff member. In the first warehouse you bought will be theirs, let's call her manager Lupe. But all of them are doing the same job, waiting for you to instruct them to do the sourcing mission on their own. This instructing will still take some time and will cost $7,500 each, but with Oppressor Mark 2 it is still pretty easily done. It is boring though, but still it might save you a lot of time in the long run. There are 555 crates to source after all if you have 5 large warehouses. Your staff will randomly pick between 1 and 3 crates, and depending on the luck you have, you will earn at least $1,387,500 per warehouse, even if each and every time your staff brought just 1 crate to the warehouse. Your staff needs 1 game day to deliver crate or crates to their warehouses. I've even found out that some people reported Lupe brought 4 crates to them. Not as a rule, but apparently there's a chance of this happening as well. From my experience, they will usually bring just 1 crate, and the only one to bring more than 1 crate will be, as you might guess, Lupe. It is also important for you to know that your workers will do the sourcing even when you're offline, so it is a very good idea to send them on a journey before you log off from GTA Online. So if you're wondering what would be an appropriate strategy for CEOs and special cargo warehouse business, I have an idea. At least I will tell you what I do. So as soon as I log in, I would leave my office and visit the closest warehouse to send staff member on a sourcing mission, then fly towards other 4 warehouses. If you want to speed up filling of your warehouses, start a few sourcing missions on your own. As soon as you get a message from your staff members about how much crates they have brought, you can send them to do the sourcing again. And if you have Cayo Perico or Casino Heist ready, you won't have much things to do in a solo lobby. Visiting the nightclub and throwing out drunkards take a minute or 2, then visiting arcade to buy supplies for MC Club businesses and the bunker takes another minute or 2, and you can choose whether to do a few contracts in the agency, maybe to increase your passive income, or to modify and sell a car in your auto shop or a bike from the clubhouse. You can also go to your office and start the export goods mission, or maybe offload excess part from the bunker to MU Nation for the same payment of 50k. Now, to conclude this, did the CEO line of business become more profitable with the Criminal Enterprises update? No, it did not, but it sure did become a whole lot easier, and it can now be done without worrying if there's a douchey griefer on a flying bike, or even worse sort, an orbital cannon motor who is just waiting to ruin your fun. Think of this business now as a long-term savings. So when a CEO week bonuses arrive and you have your warehouses filled with crates, expect big earning. And that is it regarding CEO office work right now in 2022. Criminal Enterprises managed to bring warehouse work back to the earning table. And I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers!